Man, I've been holding this in for a minute. I'm about to blow this toilet up. Nah. Bro, what is y'all beefing over? Dog, it's 7 in the morning. How are y'all this mad? Her bro was sneak dissing. You know I don't play like that. Bro, I don't even know you. Shut up. Nah, shit, tripping. Y'all can't handle this outside of school? Hell nah, but hey, I need you to record this. I'm not done with him. Bro, I'm not recording that. This got nothing to do with me. Start recording or I'ma get you next. Oh. Bro, he's not even moving no more. I don't care. Keep recording. Nah, G got me recording a crime. They gonna lock me up too. That's crazy.
Now back to the book. 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 Now back to the book.
Mic. I don't need the mic. It's bad for content, Yay. It's bad for content.
This ninja.
It's bad for content. You can't have you out here dying on the gas, bro.
Huh. Oh, good lord.
Read
Alright.
Ninja.
So you want me to start reading out here?
Yeah.
Please, I'm getting
Alright.
old here.
Wait. We gotta do the intro. Oh, wait. What's going on, YouTube?
Edit
Rumble.
mode
Just want to let y'all know
activate.
we are back.
Now back to the book. 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 Finally, young ninja. Finally, young ninja. Finally, young ninja. Finally, young ninja.
No, for sure. The basketball courts were always alive during the summer days. Thompson Park had been the hangout spot since summer began. Big and little kids were out either playing basketball, hopscotch, jump rope, or far into the distance behind the trees in the park surrounded by the entrance. The bigger teenagers sat on the benches, talking, smoking. Some were hugged up and off to the side in a show of puppy love. There were a few dudes off to the right near another set of benches wearing Ricky suits with white tees underneath them and large white lettering across the back of them that said Los Central Boys, with each of their names across the coat tail. The one that Kevin could read the clearest had his back to him in full view as he talked to the other two Los Central Boys. His name read Webb. Kevin just eyed the group. They stood with confidence and pride while they talked. One guy sitting on the bench was leaning back against the table. He had the handle of a 22 pistol sitting right on the waist of his pants. It was a wooden style grip with black metal surrounding it. Kevin stared at it in awe, dribbling the basketball around. He felt the hand jab the ball out of his grip. Av ran in front of him and grabbed it, dribbling through his legs. Go asking for a picture. It'll last longer, staring ass nigga. Hey, Av joked with a chuckle. Kev smirked and flicked him a middle finger. Check up, little acorn head out of the dude. They started their game of one-on-one, one of the many going on among the courts and goals at the park. Kevin had himself planted as Av tried to back him down towards the goal. He was a brick wall and Av couldn't move him, so Av swung around in a quick dribble and went for the layup. Kevin swooped in behind him and jumped up behind. He went up, slapping the ball down to the cement in a quick swipe. Boom, you ain't got enough for me, homie. My house. Kevin hooted proudly. Kevin just Av just grimaced as he got on defense. Man, watch this. Av said as Kevin grabbed the ball and went back behind the free throw line, still dribbling. Av played heavy defense and waved his palm up in Kevin's face so he couldn't see the goal clearly. What you got? What you got, huh? You ain't got nothing, boy. Av said, smack talking as he tried to swipe for the ball. Kevin dribbled through his legs and blew past Av down the right lane towards the goal. He could feel Av coming up his left side, so he brought himself to a stop at mid range. Av flew past and tried to turn, but he wasn't fast enough. Kevin went up into the air and shot for the mid range shot. The ball flew up in the air in a perfect arch and switched into the dirty rip net, never once touching the double ring. Kevin posed like a celebrity as Av just waved a dismissive hand at him. Whatever, you fouled me anyway. He said Kevin just made a face and foul. Man, that wasn't no foul. That was all ball. You just weak. Kevin replied. Before Av could reply back, he stopped and stared over Kevin's shoulder, which made Kevin look to follow his line of sight. He saw a beat up two-door town car coming to a halt at the edge of the park. An older black woman wearing a business suit and an angry scowl was staring at them. Eventually, a few of the other kids looked and immediately began to snicker and point. Av just took off towards 32nd Avenue, heading for home. And you better beat me there, Matthew Avery. I'm gonna tear your last out the Fred. You know damn well you ain't supposed to be outside while I'm at work. She was barking even as Av kept sprinting down the block. She spun the car around like a professional racer and was barreling down the block in hot pursuit. Everyone, even Kevin, was cracking up laughing. He turned to pick up the ball, noticed Jet, TK, and Antoine walking off. Who the
Check me
hell was
out.
that yelling?
Check me out. Check
What's
me
up?
out. Check me out. Check
What's
me
up?
out. I ain't gonna lie, that was pretty funny. Your boy Kevin act like his mama would have did the same thing.
No cap.
Your boy is
No
acting like
cap.
Kevin mama would have did the same thing. Goddamn. He got people that give
That's
a
right.
fuck about it. Goddamn, that's what that was.
You
You saying Mama Sims ain't give a fuck?
know
I
the
don't know
real
what
Mama
Av's
Sims don't play
situation
now.
is and why his mama feel like he shouldn't be outside while she at work, but Av ain't buck. Av ran. Av went as fast as possible to the location he's supposed to be. Might lighten his ass whooping.
You heard what she said. You better beat me there.
Mm. Then whip that bit like a goddamn race car. Yeah. All I can hear the box Chevy, loud ass fucking exhaust pipes. You know, back in them days, they ain't really had that shit in control. So, you know, all cars were loud.
Yeah.
Just driving up. You know, that bitch was gone, eating all the gas that it could get. You know, they paying 80 cents a gallon, though, back in them days. Back in them days. Anyway, go ahead, bro.
But so let me get a sip of my drink.
Mm-hmm. Your camera's
You
down,
know,
by the
just
way. I don't know if you're reading it off of your phone, but it's down.
I'm reading it like this because my phone screen is fucked up, so I gotta like read it at like a weird angle to see the words, right?
Right.
Who the hell was that yelling? TK asked. Asked Mama. She called him outside. Kevin said in between laughs. The group just cut. The group just chuckled. Youngster just don't learn. She gonna beat the black off his ass this time too. Antoine chimed in. What y'all doing over here? Kevin asked. Jet spoke up, nodding his head to the group of low central boys at the benches. Came through the function with the central boys. They Antoine's people. He said he clutched at his ribs as he spoke. Kevin could tell he was still in pain at times. That nigga over there, the one that say Webb, that's my cousin, homie. His dad and my pops got the same mama.
Huh.
Antoine said,
Oh,
what's
that's
that
what's up.
with?
That's your brother from another mother. I mean, from another father. That's all. I feel like
He
he
had
just
a,
owned them in so many ways. Like, could have claimed them. Could have. But he did it.
he could.
He did it.
They said his dad and my pops got the same mom. That's why I said, pointing out Webb. He had a small, perfect-looking afro and sideburns, along with a perfectly trimmed mustache to match. Everything about him was clean and freshly ironed. He talked like a pimp, with a rhythm in his movements and hands that kept your attention locked on him when he talked. Kevin could see the resemblance now that Webb had turned around. He was walking towards the group along with the rest of the Central boys. who had grown in size from the original three to what looked like 15 or more teens that appeared out of nowhere. They all mostly wore a skull cap or a fedora cap on their heads. The ones with no hats all had on hoodies and coats. They moved as one behind Webb as he walked towards them. "What's up with it, Black?" Webb said, beginning to dap up the group. The rest of the Central boys just nodded and said, "What's up?" from a distance. "You got that shit I asked you about, right?" Antoine asked. Webb gave a confused look, then snapped his finger and said, "Oh yeah, hold on, hold on." Kevin saw him go inside the pocket of his rookie suit and take out a pill bottle.
Mm.
It was stuffed with little white pills that had a V punched in the middle of it.
Mm.
Kevin just Kevin just barely saw a word on the bottle before Antoine took it and put it in his pocket. It said Valium. Kevin just cocked an eyebrow and then shrugged before bouncing the ball around. He looked around at the court crowded with people. A few of the girls over by the benches began to gravitate towards the large group of boys who quickly began picking and choosing. He looked behind him once again as the sun had begun to set. The court was clearing out slowly, mostly just a few kids playing some one-on-one games now. The feeling of boredom was starting to seep in. He had been out in the park for over an hour with Jet and the others practicing moves he saw on TV. "Yo, Kev," he heard a voice say. He turned with a scowl on his face. "Stop calling me that, man. For real, it's Lil Jet." Kevin responded as he looked for the voice. It was Jet. He had a smirk on his face as he approached. "Lil Jet? Since when you start going about Lil Jet?" he asked. Kevin just shrugged. "I don't know. I just started telling folks that I don't like Kevin. It sound like a geek or a square or something," Kevin said. Jen held his smirk for a moment, but there was a hint of sadness to it. Kevin didn't understand. He thought his brother would be more happy that he wanted to be like him. "What? You don't like it?" Kevin asked. "Nah, nah, it's cool, it's cool. We gonna find you another name though, real soon," Jet said as he began to walk towards home. Kevin followed, a little sad look on his face. "You don't like it, do you, Kevin?" he asked as they crossed 32nd Avenue. "It ain't that I don't like the name. I just think you need to think. I just think. You, let me start it over. It ain't that I don't like the name. You just need to think about trying to find your own name in the meantime, dig?" Jet said smoothly.
Listen. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. We talked about this before. Why the fuck would you want to be known as Lil J? Your stupid ass. Why? Why do you want to be known as the little anything? I swear, Lil Baby. I swear, Lil Wayne. Do you know why you guys are still known as Little and not just? Cause you guys gave yourselves a little personality, a little persona. You have to be Lil Baby from now on. You have to be Lil Wayne. You have to be the little nigga. I don't know. Me personally, I don't want to be Lil Nothing. Lil Nothing. Big Pete.
Oh,
Call me Big Pete, goddamn it. Don't call me no goddamn motherfucking Lil Pete. I'ma look at you and say, "What, bitch? I'm older than you." Talking about Lil Pete, bitch.
alright, back into it. "I don't want you to be like me. I want you to be better than me." Kevin smirked to himself as they continued down the sidewalk. The sunset had turned into a dark night. They saw front windows of the neighborhood homes light up as the evening set in. The boys were at a casual pace until the street lamp above them started to buzz in a low tone before it came alive above them,
Mm.
slowly turning on and the illuminating the boys in a dark, faded yellow haze of dim light. The boys looked up at the light, then shared a look at each other. They instantly began to sprint down the sidewalk. They were barreling down the cement as they looked along the strip of 21st crossing into 22nd. Lamppost after lamppost began to pop on. Some stayed off. They were either out or had been. Oh, no, because I read something that confused me for a second. I had to, okay, okay. Lamppost after lamppost had began to pop on. Some stayed off. They were either out or had been shot at some point in time, and the city had never bothered to fix them. Keep going, Jet, yeah, as he began to launch his
I got,
legs into overdrive.
I gotta stop because you described what we will call the projects. Okay, they don't fit street lights in the projects. They don't fit street lights in the ghetto. Do you know why? I'm gonna tell you, ninjas, why. Because a great chance they're gonna get shot trying to do it. Why risk life insurance policies and monies and stuff like that so that one could go through that? No. No. Fuck them lights. I'd rather send my employees to a suburban area, or better yet, a clean area and not a unruly area. Mind you, we got a series called Saturday to Be Black, blah blah blah. Listen, it's a reason why it's a Saturday to be black. And I know how it feels to be sad being black, boy. Go through the fucking ghetto. Walk through that motherfucker. If you don't get tried, somebody's gonna try to sell you some dope. And if you don't get somebody to try you or sell you some dope, you are looking for the dope. And most likely you belong there because you are looking for something there. Ain't no reason for you to be walking around the ghetto. Unless you live there. My shit was brief. Oh, 3 months of it. But I was, hell no. Fuck that. I want HOA. Fuck that. Why would I not want HOA? I hear the arguments where everybody say, oh, I don't want HOA. Why not? It's the reason why YNs ain't walking around there is because of them.
Because there's a lot of HOAs that do like too much. That's why a lot of people don't like HOAs.
Well, sometimes they got to put their foot in people's necks. Sometimes they got
Well,
to put
nah.
their foot on their throat and let them know, hey,
I
nigga,
mean,
you can't do this here. Now we got to up the antes, the rules, because you guys think it's sweet, and we need to get you removed from this neighborhood. And how do we do that? As a whole, we get together. We say, hey, we should implement this rule because this household think it's okay to do what they want to do. When everybody is saying, no, you can't play loud music after 10 o'clock. Everybody's saying, I think 10 o'clock is fair. I'm normally home. I don't want to hear loud music, but these jackasses over here think it's okay. We have to implement a rule so that we could either possibly, one, get you in order or get you evicted. Kick the fuck out. Gone. Peace. No more you. You understand? Because we can't fix our street lights if we got people like that walking around. Unruly people. No order.
Shut up, Pete.
HOAs is nothing but a bunch of motherfuckers that want power and most likely bought it. And if you can't respect that, then go build your own damn community and make your own damn rules. And if you don't make no rules, see what happens if it becomes a project or not.
Is the rant over, Ninja?
It works
now
for
that we're
now.
done,
I'm just saying.
now that we're done with the HOA rant, Jay yelled as he began to launch his legs into overdrive, almost leaving Kevin in a puffball of dust. Kevin found himself almost tripping as a black cat hissed and jumped with a loud screech as they cut through a path between two houses on 19th Street.
So I can imagine how he sounds.
Jet caught him by the t-shirt and kept him on his feet long enough for Kevin to get his
No, the
balance.
fuck he
Right,
didn't try.
they were right back on track, jumping over.
More
They
offenses.
tossed over a refrigerator, just barely clearing it before they were bursting through the front gate of Oasis Village. As they ran for the door, Kevin looked back at the lamppost in the middle of the block. It was just barely turning on as they crowded through the door, letting out a sigh of relief. He bumped into Jet, who had stopped right in front of the kitchen. That's what made him notice the considerably loud talking going on.
Yeah, I bet it
Do
was
you
the.
even know?
Yeah, I don't want to talk, but I know. I already know what the conversation is about. I have a feeling. Get the fuck out.
Do you even understand the repercussions behind the decision you're making? How this could affect other people? He heard Mama Sin saying Kevin peeked around Jet, seeing her in a business casual shirt and pants. Her hair was slicked into a bun and looked perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Mom doing this for y'all. The type of pay we can use that money around here. I talked to the recruiter and there's a way I could send money back here to y'all if I ever. Junior started. Mama Sims interrupting him. Money is not that damn tight. I understand you want to do your part and make sure for the first time in her life, Mama Sims was interrupted by Junior. Mom, I'm the man of this house. Pops told me to always make sure you, Jack, Kevin, and Alicia the word, if not anything else, taken care of. If that means sacrificing some of my own, I'm doing I'm doing this for the greater good of the family. Mama Sims looked shocked for a moment.
Let's
She
stop
looked
for a
like she
second.
wanted.
Let's stop for a second. My bad, bro. I had to cut you off, bro.
You
Sound
good,
like
bro?
this man is trying to be captain, say the whole squad. Listen, it's honorable. It's honorable. But when are you gonna live for you? You need to get out and start your own goddamn nest, little junior. Okay? You don't need to be worrying about this family. Your mom got the family. Not you got the family. Your mom got the family. It would have been your mom and your dad, but your dad didn't want to listen to Mama Deary and say, stop getting mad all the time. He got mad that one time. He wasn't even mad. I think he was so proud. He stroked. He couldn't even take being proud. Rest in peace, see. Couldn't take being proud, man. The man caught a heart attack in front of his son. Rest in peace. Um, but he couldn't take a proud moment. You know, proud moments are shocking moments. Okay, that's even bad for the heart. So some people don't be trying to motherfucking surprise them. They might got a bad heart, medically speaking.
That is true.
Y'all wanna? Oh, I want to throw a surprise party. Okay, bitch. Let's see how that goes. Next thing you know, I'm looking on my Google timeline and saying incident reported yesterday, and is that Mr. Sean? Oh man, I just seen him.
You
Damn,
know, there was actually a dude that sued his job because he told them he didn't like surprise parties because he had social anxiety. They still threw him one. He panicked. They fired him for it, and he sued them, and he won.
gotta respect people, man. You know, people are introverts. They don't know how to talk to people, so some people gotta understand. You still gotta open your fucking mouths. Closed mouths don't get fed. I'm gonna teach my stepdaughter choosing signals, so she don't have to talk to me. Just gonna teach her choosing signals. Get a handkerchief. Um, drop your number off with a piece of note saying I was too shy. Let's try again over a date. Here's my number. Piece of note, something like that. You know, like yeah, man, you gotta do something. If you can't do anything, if you're too shy, there's ways around that shit. There's internet too.
But back into the story. Mama Sims looked shocked for a moment. She looked like she wanted to respond until she noticed Jet and Kevin looking. What's going on, Jet asked. He didn't have the same tough grit in his voice he usually did. He sounded genuinely concerned. Mama Sims eyed Junior for a moment, who
Hmm.
just stood firm with his hands in his pockets.
Hmm.
Nothing was all she uttered with a venomous tone, and she stared at Junior before walking off out of the kitchen and down the hall. Junior kept his stare right back at her before looking at Jet. Hey man, let me up to you fast, he said in a low tone, rubbing his
Oh.
mouth and chin slowly. He shot a look at Kevin next. Hey Kevin, I need to holler at Jet alone for a second. He said quickly. Kevin didn't bother arguing. He was still trying to catch his breath. As he walked down the hall, he peered around the corner into Alicia's room. She was putting barrettes in her pigtails, staring into the reflection of her mirror dresser. She looked into the mirror and immediately rolled her eyes at Kevin. They'll come here smelling like outside and you and Jet be stink. She immediately blurted out. Kevin just whacked her the hand and walked into the room anyway. You ever smelled your room when you curling your hair? It smells like somebody been burning hair for hours. Kevin
Damn.
retorted with a quick chuckle. Get out, Alicia said with a scowl and another eye roll. Man, shut up, punk. What was Mama Junior arguing about? Kevin asked, leaning against the dresser as she applied a faded pink metal barrette into her left pigtail. I don't know. Stop being nosy, she said with a quick snap on her turn. Kevin smacked his lips and said, I'll give you $1. Yeah, she said, stopping the barrette from just locking onto her hair.
Mm.
5, Kevin bargained. Yeah, she spun around and head on her head. Kevin dug into his pocket and counted out 5 wrinkled up $1 bills, which Alicia snatched up before he could even count. Okay, so apparently Mama Fada Jr. went to see a recruiter for the army. He thinking about going. Kevin just stopped for a moment. What? Was all he could say. Then he heard Jet, Jet, Brack before a door slammed.
Mm.
He and Alicia both went to the door and looked down the hall to see Junior standing at the door rubbing his face. He looked down the hall at his 2 youngest siblings and let out a deep sigh before saying, Kevin, Alicia, I need to talk to y'all.
So,
And
is this getting to that part where what I think is gonna happen? Is this where
close
he
to
make
it,
that? Oh, okay.
close to it. It's getting there. It's not. It. He's not quite there just yet, but it's getting there.
I thought he already talked about it, but let's get into it. It's the same shit.
Wait, wait. It's getting there, but you also got to think he hasn't met that other guy yet either.
Mm.
If you remember who that was,
Nah, I don't remember. Let's find out though.
Kane.
Oh, oh, yeah, that part. All right, let's go. Let's
You
go.
want to read 12 too?
Oh, that was the end of it. Oh my god,
Yeah,
bro, you left me on a cliffhanger. I told you about these chapters, bro.
bro. That's 11. That was an early chapter.
You left us on a cliffhanger though, bro. And remember when I used to read your chapters? I used to get it once every couple fucking days or so. You left me on a cliffhanger on this one. I think it was a couple chapters. I just didn't like you didn't finish the next one. I was like, bro, wait a second. We gotta read the second. What does Junior got to talk to everybody about? Listen, you're gonna find out on chapter 12. Stay tuned. We're gonna be back next week with the chapter. We're not gonna be dropping regularly. From now on, we are out here being productive citizens, and good promotion money is coming soon, so that way we can get our algorithm back together and do what we gotta do. Yeah, you got anything you want to say to the damn, we do not got a name for the squad. You don't got a name. I just realized that everybody else got a name. MABW. You got what do
The royal crew, the
yeah,
royal crew, the royal family.
yeah.
Nah, eh,
Mm. We're gonna figure that out in the next episode on the Saturday Be Black. Y'all stay tuned. Coming back at y'all with another one. It's gonna be fire. And
majestic subjects.
yeah, no, not
Welcome back, our majestic subject.
just the subject. I don't want to call them that. That is so degraded. That is so degraded.
It's
No.
better than peasants.
Ah,
It, it is. It's
I
better than
like
peasants.
peasants though. We would not be calling the game peasants. Cause we point out peasantries, peasant actions, whatever. What man,
Mhm.
I gotta Google that one. But yeah, y'all be safe out here in these cold streets.
I'm Granny G, y'all. Please stay tuned to another episode of Los Aldeas.